Excellent Thursday. Really liked our week of practice this week, offensively, defensively, special teams wise. I thought the guys were sharp into the game, looking forward to the game, and executed very well. One of our better weeks. We're getting healthy, and I think our young guys are really developing into the offense and defense and special teams as far as not just knowing what to do, but how to do it and doing it consistently. And it's really upped our play and allowed us to call things differently on both sides of the ball, even to improve and add things to your repertoire. But very comfortable with more players in the game, which adds more depth to the team and getting more reps to the team. So very proud of that, and like where we're at right now. Looking forward to the challenge we have on Saturday. Questions?
How did James and the young receivers play?
Very good. They threw and caught the ball excellent. They really did.
Coach, with Matthew Thomas now officially cleared, how much of a role will be able to have in his first game?
I think they have a huge role. He's in shape. He's in great condition. But there's packages. But we have the other guys that are playing too. But we have some things for him to do and feel very comfortable with him in the game, knowing what to do. Very intelligent young man who has looked very good in practice.
A little different than a guy coming off an injury as opposed to
totally, because he's practiced and he got healthy 3 or 4 weeks ago. When his ankle got better and just really flashes at you at times and playing. And I'm sure there'll be a little rust here and there, but he looks really good.
I think you said like 20, 40 snaps for a leg way. What would Matthew Thomas's range possibly be?
He could be as many as you want. Because he's not coming off an injury.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, or anything like a leg way was as far as that was.
Coach, how's Mario Pender doing?
Good. He'll be out for the game though. He won't play this week. His ankle, but it's healing well. We're very encouraged, and I don't think it'll be a long-term thing. But you never know about ankles, how they can linger sometimes. But he's doing well, but he won't play this weekend.
So the running backs are Dalvin Cook and
Carlos is back healthy. He's practiced all week. Dalvin's in there. Ryan Green. We still got Freddie and Vickers at fullback. Yes, and Vickers. They both can play tailback. Both those guys can be big one-back guys also.
How's Carlos looking with the ankle and everything?
I'm sorry. He's been fine. He's practiced really well. Moved around extremely well. Looked normal.
How great is it to have Dalvin? Those other guys get mixed up, and he's kind of been the constant.
Exactly right. Well, he hasn't had as much playing time either. But when he got it, he's taking advantage of it. And again, that's what I'm talking about. You feel very comfortable with him in the game. Just picking up blitzes like he did last week, picking up, in practice this week. Just you watch those young receivers, backs, tight ends, D ends, linemen. Those guys are all just growing as players, and you feel very comfortable with him in the game now.
Jimbo, what was your thoughts when Notre Dame came into the league? Because some people were worried that they might knock out an ACC team from the playoff, which
gives you another quality opponent, which I think is very critical for your schedule. And they have great tradition, so I think it brings a lot of attention to your program, and those are big-time games.
Jimbo, coaching with the playoff now, I know your approach doesn't change, but does it feel a little different that one loss isn't really going to eliminate you?
Yeah, it does from that perspective. It does. And all you can do is listen to the news because it's it's on there all the time. I don't have a chance to do it. That's why I'm in there breaking film now. But yeah, you're all right from that perspective. You're right.
Jimbo,
sorry. No, you're good.
Somebody from the James Spence, the authentication place.
I can't hear you.
James Spence, the authenticator with the James autograph, said that they haven't talked to anybody from Florida State. I just wanted to know if you had any clarification.
I have no. That's our compliance and the AD and those guys handle all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coaching football.
I think on Tuesday you said that someone had talked to him. Was that just miscommunication?
No. That wasn't from us. I didn't say that from us. It was our compliance people investigating, and AD and all those folks.
Jimbo, you think this team or your program has a bullseye on its back at all? Even just by nature of winning 23 in a row?
I think anytime you're successful, people are aware of what you do, but that's part of the territory. That goes with the territory, and that's part of today's world.
You guys embrace it at all? You talk about it?
Embrace winning. Embrace being successful. That's what we do, and do things the right way and keep moving forward.
A couple other, I'm sorry to go back to the autograph stuff, but memorabilia dealers feel that Jameis's stuff came in a sit-down session. Obviously, he told
I have no idea about that. That's all into their investigation. I'm not an expert, or I don't know anything of those things. I'm not involved in the investigation. So.
Had Jameis said anything about how all those autographs might have come out there? Or?
Yeah, that's between them and their investigation.
Jimbo, when it gets noisy in the locker room and you don't want coaches to talk, who do you think the players that stand up and take charge of things? Any idea off the top of your head?
Yeah, Rashad Green, Jameis, Carlos, Eddie Goldman, Mario Edwards, Jalen Ramsey, P.J. Williams. All those guys all do that.
And you trust their message? It's not something that you think that you need to orchestrate, just you trust them to step forward?
Yes, because they know how we run things, and I meet with those guys quite often, and I watch them practice, and I know what they do. I wouldn't question that at all.
Cam said on, I guess it was Monday, that he felt
Cam Irving be another one. There'd be another one. Josue, Trey Jackson.
Cam Irving
Nick won't talk.
We know.
Yeah.
You can't get him to talk either, huh?
Cam on Monday said that he thought a lot of the offensive line issues were mental. I mean, when you watch film, is that what you see, or do you feel there's some physical stuff there too?
See, when you say that, that's football issues in general are all mental. I mean, they're usually mistakes, or you're thinking the wrong thing or seeing the wrong thing. I mean, that's a generalization that could go across the board for almost all mistakes. I mean, they all know what to do, and they could have a mental lapse or think something else or see the wrong thing. So I mean, that'd be a true statement, probably.
Imagine seeing from Eric Olsen.
A lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns, a lot of runs and throws, and a very dynamic guy who's a leader and a winner. Very excellent player, big time player.
Coach, recruiting-wise, I know one game doesn't make a big difference, but when it's 8 o'clock, prime time, Notre Dame, what does that do for the program?
I just think the exposure and the kids know that when you come to Florida State and we keep winning and doing the things we do, that these are the kind of primetime games you're in, and that's why you want to go to major universities, have a chance to win championships and be in these marquee matchups.
I know you can't name who's coming, but like as far as official visits and stuff, you guys look far ahead and say this is a game we want to make sure we hit a lot of guys.
No, we don't always say that. I don't believe in that. I think it's the convenience of the young man and when it's convenient for him to be here, or whether it's before the season, after the season, during the season, or what game it is. That all bases off their high school schedule, and it got to give a lot of respect to those guys and those coaches that they're in high school football. I mean, and what's best for them to when their kids can, whether they have an off week or when they can travel or be here. We try to go by that.
Is it different at all just having the team sit at the hotel all day before an 8 o'clock game and then trying to keep those guys ready?
No, I mean, we do it a lot. I mean, we did it. I mean, most of your primetime games anymore, and we play a lot of night games, so 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock games are very common. They become more common now probably than not, at least for us. I mean, we play more night games probably than anything. Would that be right? Is that true?
So far this season.
So far.
You have
And has
more,
been for a
you've had
while.
More, yeah.
Yeah, we've had just as many, I put it that way. It's kind of become more the norm.
Yeah.
McGuire out?
Yes, probably out. Getting better though. His hands doing look pretty good.
Jimbo, the team seems to have progressed since the beginning of the year. Is it health? Is it maturity?
Everything. I mean, I think all teams, and it's hopefully it's what all teams should do. You want to get better as you go, and I think it's two things. I think one, again, fitting your role and understanding who you are this year as a player and where your role fits on the team. The youth of the team developing and giving you more depth and quality, so you get the identity. Then I think your health and just overall knowledge and comfort zone of getting in a routine of doing the same things weekly. You know what I'm saying? You just you feel better, and hopefully you can execute better.
And you fill those do you fill those leadership holes?
Yeah, I feel very good about our leadership. We have excellent guys, I think, that do that. I really do.
Jimbo, you've coached great teams.
Yes, sir.
A year ago, you've coached up and down teams. I'm sure you've coached a bad team along the line somewhere on it. Something satisfying at all about this group, maybe, that because they're young and you're working week to week,
their togetherness. I mean, their togetherness and their commitment to each other and their ability to whatever the circumstance in the game, whether you're ahead, behind, it's a scoring match, it's a defensive match, to be able to compete and stay in the moment and not let adversity bother them. As far as the character of them and how they stay together, and if offense is struggling, defense picks it up. If defense is struggling, offense picks it up, or special teams. And a group of guys that really, they're fun to coach because they care so much about each other.
you think that's what you're most proud of?
Yeah, I am by far, and I think that's what I want them to understand. I mean, of all the things you come out of a program, accountability, dependability, but then the love and trust of being in a family and that part of it, I think is very critical.
Was there any issue with Jameis's hand or thumb or something like that? Someone said there might have been a wrap out on the Syracuse game.
No, I mean, you put a wrap if a guy gets banged or hit like that, but no, he's fine.
He's fine.
If it is, I hope it stays like that.
What was he, 30 for 36? Syracuse?
Is with Sean out, is it John?
Jimmy John and then Troy. Yes, sir.
It seemed like James played flawless against Syracuse. You kind of expect that kind of performance?
I mean, Jameis, you always expect great performances out of him. I mean, that's what he does, and has played that way. But he prepared well. He's had a good week of practice, so hopefully he'll go out. I mean, again, this is a new opponent. That's the thing about ball. You can't carry him from week to week. You can learn from your experience, but you got to go out there and do it again the next week. So hopefully he'll play very well.
You having fun this year?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. I have a lot of fun. I mean, I enjoy this thing. I love watching young guys really grow and develop into things and handle things. I really am.
Find the crumb on the back of the shirts of the linemen. Is that
No, that's on. No, if it was him, it'd be a loaf of bread. No, that's one of our little sayings that we have, and as a team, that is very important to us, and when we get our focus and concentration on how we play and what we do. All right, injury report. Austin Barron, of course, is out. DeMarcus Christmas is out. Legway, Sean McGuire, Mario Pender, and Maven Sanders pulled a hamstring practice the other day. And, of course, Colin Blake, Nile, and Delvin Purefoy out for the season.
Is there an updated timetable on Barron?
No, that's a bonus. I mean, indefinitely, but you know, they said there's a chance. You know, he could be back toward the end of the season, but you don't know. I mean, however that heals, and being on a snapping hand too, so we have to see.
Coach, how did that expression, going off what he asked, how did that expression "find the crown" come about?
That's just something that we believe is a philosophy and different things and different philosophical things that we as coaches do to have key words or component little phrases that really focus you and get you to understand the whole purpose of our team.